The current leader is Trevor Hopkins from Kent in his RS200. He won both races in the first round and has been consistent ever since. Trevor's one of the veterans of the rallycross circuit and a diplomat for his sport.
Rallycross is a friendly sport. There's, you know, rivalry when we're out on the track, but off the track, everybody are good friends.
And people are saying you might be good enough to win this event this year. Could you?
We'll certainly do our best anyway.
If Trevor's the senior statesman, then the man driving this Metro 6R4 is the brash young star of the sport. Look out for Mike Shield, the 21-year-old from Yorkshire, currently lying third. Remember, only the top 30-point scorers will qualify for the final round, where it'll be sudden death to decide the eventual winner. And the biggest surprise so far is that John Welch may not qualify. The former champion has been hit by one snag after another. John, here you are waiting to go off and have a warm-up. What's the problem now?
Well, the electronics are being absolutely fine, there's no problem there, but what we've actually done is lost the boost pressure. The boost pressure we record on this gauge here, and to get the 600, 650 brake we'd use in the dry, we'd have a reading of about, say, 1.6, something like that.
Yes.
And the maximum we're getting is about 0.9. It's kind of, it's pretty close to a diesel Opel. But,
Are you going to be able to do it in time, though, for this race?
Well, all obviously we can check now is just make sure that the pipe that puts the pressure onto the other side of the wastegate that actually allows you to adjust it, we can make sure that hasn't got burnt or kinked or something very, very simple. But
is yet another problem you could do without, though?
I certainly could do without that one.
Well, they're starting to line up on the grid for the first race of the fourth round. The first three drivers in each heat will qualify for today's final, plus the fastest fourth-placed car. And it does look as if John Welch has now made it to the grid, so let's join our commentator, Arthur Debenham.
And down there out in the centre of the front row of the grid, you can see John Welch. John, all not too happy, I feel.
Yeah, I can hear you, Arthur, quite well.
All not well with your car?
Yeah, it's running smoothly, but we haven't got very much boost, so I quite expect to see Will come past one side, Michael come past the other, and with my old glasses on, it'd be like going out of focus.
OK then, John.
Here we
right,
go, we'll
see what happens anyway. Yes, indeed, we will, as we get this first race underway. And indeed, Will Gollop making a very good start as they go away with his Mark Rennison. Take a listen to them as they go round the first corner. Well, thousands of brake horsepower going round that first corner, down into the S's, and it's Mark Rennison, Will Gollop, Trevor Hopkins, Vinnie Mavropoulos, Michael Shield, John Smith, then comes Barry Hathaway, John Welch, a long way down the order. So John, as we feared, well down on power with the Opel, and the STP team having a rather fraught series. John trying to get through on the inside of the Clubman spec Metro of Barry Hathaway there, a car that he would normally be well clear of. And as they come along the knife edge for the first time, it's that long-term battling duo up front, Mark Rennison versus Will Gollop, and that's the way they go, over the top of Hoppy's Shop and down onto the Cooper Straight for the first time. Mark Rennison, puff of smoke there as he goes up through the gears, drifts the RS200 wide. Will Gollop right in his slipstream, but beginning to lose ground on them. Our current series leader, Trevor Hopkins. The leaders through the chicane, Hoppy, as you can see, down in third place, Michael Shield, and then Welch a long way back. There is John. Not the driver you'd normally be battling with, is it?
Oh, it's a bit of fun, really. It's like slow motion, as I say. It's we'll probably have to pull off in about
oh dear,
300 yards.
Oh dear, so all not well then with John Welch. But we have indeed got Mark Rennison still up front there with Will Gollop, the ever-present Will Gollop in the Silkaline Oils Metro, not that far away, but Mark Rennison leading from Will Gollop. Those two cars a long way clear, and it looks a bit in the background as though Michael Shield has come through into third place with the A-Sheep Oils Metro 6R4, but meantime it is Mark Rennison still puffs the smoke and flame from the exhaust, as you can see, as he goes down through the gears, four paddock turn, around 600 brake horsepower, drive. Turbocharged car leading the 400 brake horsepower, normally aspirated car of Will Gollop, and Will very much at home in the track circuit. Of course, still the fastest man ever around this track, holds the track record. The leaders away as Mike Shield comes through in third place, but the leaders round Druids for the last time, and Will Gollop trying hard to get on that terms with, but there we've got John Welch in troubles, and you can see a lot of smoke coming from John Welch's car. But meantime, here comes the leaders, and the winner, Mark Rennison, wins from Will Gollop in second place. Those two cars quite a long way clear as we wait for third place, and that indeed is Michael Shield ahead of Trevor Hopkins, Vinnie Mavropoulos, but there's the winner, Mark Rennison, and Rennie then, our reigning champion, really beginning to push himself up the points table now.
So, once again, we kick off with an eventful first heat. Mark Rennison winning for the 4th time in the series, and all those drivers no doubt glad that John Welch was left steaming, quite literally. John's car is back in the pits. More problems for him, and this is his view of what happened.
So this could very shortly be the end of the transmission. But we'll just go one more little bit.
Well, we were suffering with the boost problem where we've been chasing that. The simplest little thing wrong, we had a fuse on one of the water fans and that's gone. It's the first time that's gone since we've been running the car. Maybe it's a silly thing to have a fuse in the line, but...
This is becoming boring, isn't it?
I can phrase it quite a lot different than that.